What an effort in the second half for the Toronto Raptors. I mean, my goodness, there's a tale of two halves in this game for the Raps as they win in Memphis 126-113, improved to 9-10 on the year. And this type of game is what we saw during that 5-game win streak earlier in the year. The effort, the intensity defensively, and guys stepping up in big moments. Guys like Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent, and Precious Achiuwa had a big night tonight. Well, more or less a big third quarter, but we'll get to that later on. Let's break down this game and kind of what ensued today in Memphis. First quarter, yeah, it wasn't pretty. You know the Memphis Grizzlies can score. You know you're going to get your shots. The question is, are the Raptors going to be able to knock them down, and can they contain the Grizzlies enough? Well, in the first quarter, they just looked like they were getting their offense out. Well, they scored 32. We scored 28, but you're -4 after one quarter of play. In the second quarter, same type of thing happens. You get your shot, you knock 34 points down, you're feeling good. However, you give up 39. You know, and you're down by, what is the math here? Down by 9 at halftime. You're not far off, but you have not shown the ability to stop the Memphis Grizzlies to this point. They're shooting up near 60%. They're shooting the three extremely well. And the Raptors are too. But you're not defending it all. And in that second half, whatever was said in that locker room heading into the third quarter, something changed. Because the boys go out there in the third quarter and they lock down defensively. I mean, they get in the passing lanes. They contest every shot you see. And it helps they were getting some wide open misses as well from the Grizzlies, but they were getting their stops. And they were continuing to shoot the ball very well. They knocked out 32 points in the quarter. They allow only 21. And you're tied at 91 going into the fourth quarter. The Raptors are right there. And you got to find a way to break through. Because it felt like when they were getting back into this game, that they were tied or they were down by 1. Then Memphis went on a little run to get it up to 5. Raptors cut it back, got it within 1 or tied. They just could not take the lead. You move ahead to the fourth quarter and the same type of thing's happening. But then at one point, the Raptors take control of the game defensively. They get a couple buckets. They get a lead. And it's history from there. The Grizzlies don't come back. The Raptors extend. And they win the fourth quarter 35-21 and win this game 126-113. The defensive intensity was remarkable in the second half. Smothering defense, contesting every shot. If it's not one guy contesting, it's like 3 guys contesting his shot. It was remarkable stuff. The help defense, when they were on switches, there was always a guy there. They looked so sound there. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the Memphis Grizzlies, as I said to start, you can look at their numbers. They are a dynamite offensive team. They can score. You allowed 42 points in the second half. 42, and the Raptors scored 67. They were plus 25 in that second half. And this is a young squad. They showed actually today on the broadcast the amount of games played and around the NBA and where the Raptors rank among, this team. We're in the bottom 5 in most games played. That tells you how young, age-wise and experience-wise this Raptor team is. And if you get rid of Goran Dragic, they are the youngest squad out there. So you're going to get games like this where you're like, man, this team can do it. And then you're going to see a game like the Golden State Warriors where they just flat out don't have it for the majority of the game. And that's okay. And games like these make me excited because you know what this team can and will become down the road. Now, yeah, are they missing some pieces? No doubt about it. But is the foundation there? It absolutely is. And bringing in guys like Precious Achiuwa and Scotty Barnes, man, oh man. And let's talk about those guys. Because Precious Achiuwa had no points going into the second half. Nothing. And in the fourth quarter, he had nothing. The man had 17 points in the third quarter alone. 17 of the 32 scored. He shot had 17 points, 4 boards, 2 dimes, 7 of 11, 3 of 3 from 3. 3 of 3 from 3. He had a steal in the game. He was a plus 28 while he was on the floor. And it looked like early on in the game that Steven Adams was going to be an absolute mismatch. But it didn't end up being the case. Can we talk about how Precious played with confidence? And I say this all the time with guys like Scotty Barnes and Gary Trent and Precious Achiuwa. And I said it with Norman Powell when he was here. If you take the highly contested shots, or the forcing of shots, or you don't look comfortable taking them, you're not going to make many shots. But I watched Precious tonight, and he played offense. He was great defensively. He played offense with conviction. Taking those threes, you watch that stuff, and he looks like a seasoned vet taking those. Gets the ball, nice easy shot, knocks it down, no crazy celly, you're no problem. And then there was a couple times where he's driving to the tin like he's a damn guard. But he's going up strong and he gets the layup because he's going up there with the confidence, the strength, and he's calm in there, right? He's not flailing all over, get the offensive foul. No, he's going in strong and he's taking the contact, but he's finishing. Heck of a job for Pressure. When you get the ball down low, you go up strong. And that's exactly what he did in the third quarter. Hell of a game for Precious Achiuwa. And again, these are the raw things you're going to see from guys like him. Scotty Barnes, a lot better in this game today. Again, not forcing his shots, taking what the defense is giving him. If the defense is giving him a wide open dunk, you do that. If they're giving you a 3, you take it. And for Scotty, it's 17 points, 9 boards, 3 dimes on 8 of 14 shooting. He had knocked down 1 of 3 from 3. I mean, it was a half-court shot at the end of the first quarter, but hey, we'll take it. And it was a plus 18 when he was on the floor. Great job by Scotty Barnes today, taking 14 shots. They were high-quality shots, too, so that's great to see, and over 50%. You love to see it from the rookie. Fred VanVleet, court general. I mean, he was phenomenal tonight. 23 points, 6 boards, 7 dimes, 9 of 14 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 of 7 from 3, 2 plus 2, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and plus 18 when he was on the floor. But it's the fourth quarter offense from him and Gary Trent that really led this team to victory. Precious in the third quarter did his thing. Scored over half the points, was unbelievable. But in that fourth, when it was a tied game at 91 going into it, Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent, they step it up, all right? Great job for Fred. Pascal Siakam, 17 points, 7 boards, couple dimes, 5 of 12 shooting, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Not a great game, not a bad game, but he wasn't the focal point of the offense tonight, clearly. And a lot of the other guys picked up the slack, so that's a great job. And Gary Trent Jr., as I mentioned, he was phenomenal tonight. The aggressiveness in the fourth quarter, the confidence, the calm, cool collectiveness from him in that fourth, incredible. 26 points, 1 board, 4 dimes, 8 of 17 shooting, 6 of 6 from the line, 4 of 7 from three-point range. Gary Trent Jr. at 22 years of age is showing flashes of greatness. As I mentioned before, he's a guy that's going to shoot, right? He'll shoot a ton. And that's why he shot almost 50% today, so I'll take that. But there's games like where he played against Golden State, I believe, where it was 3 of 16 or something like that. Or maybe it wasn't Golden State, but it was one of the recent games where he just did not shoot the ball well, but he continued to shoot because he has confidence. And I'm totally okay with that, with a 22-year-old guy taking shots like that because he's confident in himself, whether he's feeling it or he's not that night. I love it. Especially with this team is trying to develop these players. I love it from Gary Trent. Now, let's get to the team stats here real quick. The Raptors, listen to these. 53% from the field, 47% from three-point range, 86% from the free throw line. They can do it. Right? A couple games ago, we shot 55% from the line. Why? Totally different story today. Phenomenal job offensively. Now, defensively, these numbers still aren't terrible, and it tells you how good they were in the first half. 51% of the field. You held them to 42 points in the entire second half, yet they still shot over 50%. That tells you how well they shot in the first half. Now, that's how bad defensively the Raptors were in that first half. They shot 31% from three-point range. It really dipped off, and 77% from the free throw line. Now, I want to mention a few things real quick. Obviously, all Precious, I have some notes here. All 17 for Precious in the third quarter. Wild. Plus 25 in the second half. Insane. Yuta Watanabe. Got to see him out there for his season debut, and he gave you exactly what Yuta gives you. Energy, craziness, blocked a shot from flipping Dylan Brooks at the rim. Insane stuff from Utah. Great to see him back, but offensively, we still don't really know what this guy is all about, right? You know what you're going to get? Energy. That's what you're going to get from Utah. Offensively, not so much. But again, still a work in progress, and you love the intensity from Utah every given night. Great to have him back. Now, next game for the Toronto Raptors. They head to Indiana, so for all the American viewers, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. And for Raptor fans, we're in Toronto, Canada. We got to wait till Friday to see the Toronto Raptors play next. It's in Indiana taking on the Pacers. It's an 8 p.m. tip-off. Their Raptors going for back-to-back W's there on the road trip would be very, very nice. And let's see if they can ride the momentum from this great second half today into that game against Indiana. We'll have to wait and see, though, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's game. For the Toronto Raptors, Twitter link is down below. So follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. The Instagram page is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition later on tonight. I'll somehow stay awake as they're taking on the LA Kings first intermission right now. They're up 1-0. Good stuff. And as for the Toronto Raptors, we'll take on the Indiana Pacers there on Friday night, 8 p.m. tip-off there in Indy. Raps looking for back-to-back W's, all right? So thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.